What's going on, guys? How you doing today? It's Single Role Player once again. So the patch notes for the 3.2 were released today for the upcoming Bestiary League. It will launch in about 2 days, less than 2 days have left. So I will not sit here and read the shit for 15 minutes for you, unlike most people out there. I will just go right on the spot, guys, for the things that I believe are the most important there right now, because I already know the details about the league. I already did the video about the revoked ascendancies and I won't go over this shit over again. So I will just go right on the spot what I believe is the most important from all these patch notes. So we had 3 new skill gems, right? 1 new support gem and 2 active skill gems. We also get 27 new unique items, 16 of which are exclusive to the Bestiary Legendary League. 27 new faded unique prophecies. Faded prophecy as you get like the weak unique item, then you get the prophecy, equip the item, do the prophecy, and once you do the prophecy and complete the prophecy, the item upgrades to the like stronger version. These are called faded unique prophecies. There's new quest in Act 10, Valenta's Vengeance. So we need to kill this Valenta shit. There's 10 new divination cards designed by supporters. There's 2 new vendor recipes. Now I don't really know what are these, to be honest. One of the most important thing is this. Completing Xana's Atlas quest now grants a Xana experience. It's easier to reach level 8 Xana with Honana. This was one of the most retarded thing ever existing in the game, and it was nearly impossible to get Xana 8 in solo self-found, and overall as a solo player without rotations and shit, it was nearly impossible to level up Xana to 8 because it took tremendous amount of experience. Right now we will see just how much easier will it be. Updated several vendor recipes to now output shaped or elder items if all the input items are also shaped or elder. So when you, for example, vendor like a bunch of like, what is this? How much, in 5 or 6 of the same items, you get 1 new shape or elder item on there. Now DPS calculations now take whether or not a particular weapon will actually be used, such as when dual wielding 2 different weapon types, one of which cannot be used by the skill you are using. So basically not many skills use like both weapon ranges, the base damage on both hands. Like for example, some skills use like one hand, and DPS calculations were always off. Now will be more accurate. Another thing is a new Sexton mode has been added, which grants an additional abyss, like when it's not enough abysses for us, to be honest. Okay, now these are the most important thing in my opinion, because I desperately wanted to see something about traps, and there was nothing really impressive for the Saboteur ascendancy. And look at this. Player traps now explode at the end of their duration, triggering their skills. The exceptions to this are Bear Trap and Conversion Trap, which still break at the end of their duration, and more. Look, the following trap skills have had their base duration lowered to 4 seconds from 16. So basically, this is like elemental traps, right? Fire, Ice, Lightning Trap, Wall Lightning Trap, Trap Support, okay. So anything with Trap Support will have a reduced duration cooldown to 4 seconds. This is pretty damn OP. Look, the following trap skills have a base duration of 8 seconds from 16, basically twice less. Bear Trap and Conversion Trap. Nice. Nice. Minion damage has also been adjusted. Now for traps, I'm really hyped. I really want to play my Trapper, and one the patch will be there. Minion damage has also been adjusted. Minion types will now attack more quickly but deal less base damage. That's pretty cool. Okay, the slam skills by the raised zombies can no longer be evaded. Shrapnel shot converts 50 of fist to lightning, up from 40, so it can be potentially full conversion now. That's very nice. This is very interesting shit as well. Herald of Ash now also provides more spell fire damage and can trigger the overall kill burn from spells. This is actually amazing, because Herald of Ash like was the melee shit for a long time. Now finally it can work with spells as well, with fire spells, and potentially, you know, it can also help, like instead of anger, to work with something like well, basically the volatiles dead as well. It's very good. Now, another important thing, guys, many divination cards had their drop weightings and locations adjusted. You should now find a better variety of cards throughout areas introduced in the fall of the Orient. Some maps which had several high-value cards, we had some of these cards moved elsewhere. Now, people will be looking once again, where the fuck are doctors? Like, no Baron Chambers, I guess, anymore, and no Spider Forest, guys. People will discover, I guess, where the doctors will be now, but I'm really curious myself, like, where the hell will they move on from now on? Okay, unique item balance. Projectiles from the Light Poacher helmets triggered skill spirit burst, no longer always pierce. That's okay. They travel 50% slower, which also affect the distance they travel. It's quite a shit nerf. The damage has been reduced by 25%. That's pretty shit as well. But I think the damage will be still enough, actually. I will test this. I guess, on my Blade Vortex. Maybe. Okay, another interesting thing. Zeraf's Last Breath Flask now recovers life over 4 seconds instead of instantly. It now heals you for 400 to 600% of mana cost, down from 800. Divining existing versions of Zerafis will set it to this value, so do not fucking divine your Zerafis, guys. Do not. Okay. Viscous color grounds increase quantity up to 50 from 100, down from 100. This is a fucking nerf. Divining will also drop it to 50. Do not fucking divine your viscous, guys. Onigoroshi adjusted means lowers a lot. The drop rate has been greatly lowered. Sunblast no longer causes traps to trigger when they expire, as this is now a base property of almost all traps, like I mentioned here. Traps now explode at the end of the duration, so Sunblast is pretty pointless now. Okay. Now another interesting thing that I explained earlier for you guys is the damage has been increased, and the bosses will now hit harder. The damage modifiers to the maps and to rarity of monsters now multiplicative, so bosses will hit harder. And I'm very curious to see like what will happen with hardcore from now on, because most people like don't even bother killing bosses in hardcore, because some bosses can be really nasty, but now this will be more nasty, more dangerous. Another thing that I found really interesting is Piety now deals 33% less damage with her melee attack and Belly of the Beast. Now, this actually is pretty nasty, because in Malformation, her slam can fucking destroy you like one shot here, and I died around 2 to 3 times to this fucking massive slam, so this actually is very good. Another thing, Zana now appears to provide protection much closer to the Elder, so we can actually see her, because you know it was not so easy to notice her at all. Okay, this is basically the Elder changes. The portal phase is now significantly shorter but more difficult, spawning more minions in a shorter period of time and using more skills. That's very good. The minions spawn during the phase target the Shaper more aggressively. That's very good. I thought that this shit when the Shaper, you know, the Elder spawns his fucking tentacle shit, it just takes forever. The Elder Unstable phase is now more difficult. You can drop more Elder items if successfully completed. What do you mean successfully? Like, what if you die? Like, it's not successful anymore? And this is now the only way to obtain the Watch's Eye unique jewel. That's very interesting as well, guys. The Elder's expanding circles during the unstable phase now deal the same amount of damage as the ones in the earlier phase of the fight. This one on the oversight. As a result, the skill deals 70% more damage than previously. What the actual fuck? It's now more damage? Okay. The Elder's growing Doom Circle ability is now removed when Zana appears. That's very good. I think that, yeah, it's basically the shit that kind of destroys you in the end. Okay, the sextants, 5 sextants now, right? 5 sextants here. This is also interesting. You are now twice as likely to obtain maps you have not yet completed on the Atlas. As maps you have, this is intended to help players who choose to play solo complete the Atlas. This is actually amazing change, guys. Changes to how map selection occurs when choosing which maps contain the Elder and his guardians. It's very good. As a result of this change, it will be easier on average to encounter the Elder on higher tier maps. That's actually very good because the Elder was very unstable shit. And he can easily spawn on the white tiers after the red tiers because he does decided this. Okay, another thing that I found interesting, the Sheeper's Ultimate Chaos Bullet Hell skill now deals 70% less damage to minions. This is actually very good because when I fought a Sheeper on with my Dark Pact Totems build, he just kind of fucking melted the golem entirely with his Bullet Hell, and he melted golems all the time, like I had to resummon them all the fucking time. Now golem is most likely to maybe even survive the hits. Another important thing, the treasure piles in the vault map boss encounter and the boss itself now drop fewer items. The boss will also use skills that consume treasure piles slightly more often. On average, a vault boss run should now drop a quantity of items similar to other maps of the same tier. Okay guys, fuck vault, it's gone. Vault farming and vault shaping is fucking gone officially, and I think that's very good, just as the fucking shape strength shit as well. Another interesting thing, the vessel of the Val sub-bosses in that zero areas can no longer submerge immediately upon activating unless you are very far away. I also noticed this funny thing when some of the vessels just fucking dive or disappear, and then you thought that you kind of kill one and then it kind of appears and one shots you from afar. This was very annoying actually, and I'm really happy that it's fucking gone as well. Another noticeable thing is the kind of quick nerf to the Trickster, because his Harness of the Void notable has been kind of nerfed by 50%. Now grants up to 100% max of non-chaos damage and extra chaos damage. Previously it was 200%, so now it's not that insane, but still very powerful, I believe. And I think that's about it. So let me check what's in the end, because everything else is just mostly... Oh, another thing that I found very interesting and very happy about is the Nemesis is back, guys. At level 5 Xana, we can get Nemesis and cost 4 Chaos Orbs, 40%, 50% more Rare Mosses. Rare Mosses can have Nemesis mod. 20% increase quant, but Nemesis means we can start chancing fucking head harness. This is very good. I see plenty of leather belts on my standard, and I'm really happy without this. Really happy. So I think that's about it, guys. Like I said, I wanted to specifically center my attention on the few things that I found very important, because the rest of the information we already got from the previous patches and previous videos, so this is what I wanted to tell you about the league. As for the upcoming builds for the next league, I'm still thinking about what I should play. I have not decided yet, and most likely I will record another video tomorrow, guys, for you to let you know what have I really thinking about this. Thanks for watching, see you soon.